Good evening, USA. I'm David Hudson, President of SFT, and with some good news, we've been working really hard to come back at full force, and we're going to be having, we're announcing today that we're doing 4 live events, MMA fights, extreme fights from Brazil. It's going to be on live on Fight TV. Jordan Adams from UFA will be voicing the English of the fights, and we have some really big fights. We have to start off. We know this month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That's why I'm wearing the pink shirt. And to get things going, our first event will be an all-women's event. This is following the tradition since I started at SFT. We always do the entire event. Actually, the first one was only the main card. Second one was the whole event, and this year will be the whole event as well. We have women referees, women cut women. We even had ring boys last year, so let's see if we do this again this year. But we'll have October 31st, Saturday, October 31st. You can see it live. We'll have the pink month, as we call it in Brazil. And we'll have the title between Andrea Serafin and Pamela Mara. And in the upcoming weeks, we'll be posting a lot of material on these people. Trust me, you might not know who they are today, but you will know who they are in a couple of weeks. Andrea Serafin, she has a very interesting story. She is a single mom. She has 2 kids. She works as a construction worker, and she started fighting MMA 3 years ago. She is 5-0, and she's going to be fighting for the title, and it'll be something amazing. But she has a really tough time. It won't be easy because Pamela Mara is a great athlete. Then 2 weeks after, on November 14th, we have SFT 24, Leonardo Cabeção against Cássio Jacaré. And again, we'll post more details of all the fights and here in the next coming days. And then on November 28th, we have a big fight, title fight between Elton Santos from Manaus against Betão Nogueira from Rio de Janeiro. And then 2 weeks later, it's the fight that Brazil has been asking for and been waiting for a long time. We opened up the year with SFT 20, Soldado King Kong. King Kong was not supposed to do this fight. There was someone else that was set to do the fight. And 2 days before the weigh-in, we get a call from the guy saying that he can't fight, and then he had his reasons for whatever reason it was. And we decided that it was too big of an event to not have that title fight. So Magno found King Kong, who accepted to take this fight with 36 hours before the weigh-in. And he flew to São Paulo for this fight. He came from the south. And I remember when I saw King Kong, I looked at Magnum and I go, Magnum, will this fight last 30 seconds? I mean, Soldado is the top #1 of his category in Brazil, fighting against King Kong, who had not fought in almost 13 months. The guy did not know he was on this fight, and 36 hours before, he had to lose the weight, he had to travel across the country. So I was just hoping that it would last 1 round. And people, check it out, SFT 20, the main event from January, was a 5-round battle, bloody fight. And obviously, King Kong won because now he's going to be defending his title. So we'll have King Kong against Camilo. And Camilo is also an amazing fighter. In SFT, I think it was SFT 18, he fought against City. And watch that. This is the octagon is going to be red at the end of this one, I am sure. And we'll have our first extreme title between Marcelo and Mangaba. Extreme are kickboxing fights using the 4-ounce gloves that we use in MMA inside the octagon. Basically follows K1 rules, or MMA with no ground, with no clinching, no floor. And those are always amazing fights. And Mangaba and Marcelo will be fighting for the title. So we have 4 events, one week on, 1 week off, coming up, starting with October 31st. And as I said, we will be starting with the Outubro Rosa, Pink October. We'll have 5 fights in the main card. The extreme fight was supposed to be a title card fight with Luz Ravenna. Unfortunately, our adversary got hurt. So instead, we're going to have a fight, Brazil versus Argentina, Bianca against Florença in the extreme fight, and we'll have Serafin and Mara fighting for the title. And the other artwork I have ready is going to be it's going to be January 12th. The date on here is wrong. Things are changing really fast. King Kong versus Camilo. So those are the fights that we have scheduled for events. And we are working on other ones. We're working on coming back to the US, this time doing it right. The list of SFT 23. The fights were amazing, especially the last two fights. Actually, all the fights. Colin Severa's knockout in the first fight night was amazing. I mean, but it wasn't SFT. So we're looking to come back to the States again, this time stronger with what we do best. But in the meantime, we have all these 4 events, all in English, live on pay-per-view. Stay tuned for everyday daily posts and announcements. And if you guys like MMA, you don't want to miss this. Have a good one.